What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and welcome back to another video. Before I begin this video, I want to speak on something that came up in the previous Utada Hikaru video I did. In the previous video entitled Utada Hikaru to make first TV appearance in 5 years, I accidentally referred to Utada Hikaru as Ayumi. And that wasn't me like trying to throw shade on a slide or anything like that, or basically what happened is just that on occasions I do kind of mix up their names. I'm not sure why. I guess it just has a similar sound to me, at least. And also I do these videos in bulk a lot of times, so I do these videos or film them like one after the other. And in the previous video I was talking about Ayumi, and I think her name was just in my head, floating around in my head. So long story short, it wasn't me trying to throw shade at Utada. It wasn't me thinking that all Asian people look alike, because all Asian people do not look alike. That's a stereotype. It's just me making a mistake. So there you have it. So to the Utada tots, put down your pitchforks, and to the IU Army, I don't, saying, don't, put up your pitchforks. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into this video that Utada Hikaru has released for her song. Her song entitled Nijikan Dake no Vacance. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But it translates to 2-hour vacation. And the song features Shiina Ringo. And I'm sure the Utada know, word on the internet streets is that, Utada Hikaru and Shiina Ringo at least had some sort of a relationship at one point or another. And it wasn't just like a friendship from what I heard. It was more so on the romantic and or sexual theme of a relationship. So yeah, I just find it a bit interesting that Shiina Ringo is in Utada Hikaru video and as well featured in her song. But let's go into the video. Well, let's go into the song first and then the video. All right, the song, I like the song. It's probably one of the best Utada Hikaru songs I've heard in a minute. It's sort of chill, and I think that is sort of Utada Hikaru's thing, being a bit chilled, so to speak, relaxed. Again, I do like the song. I kind of wish, like, the video seems like very epic, for a lack of a better word. So I kind of wish that the video, like the song for this video, was a bit more epic, like kind of like a big like musical spectacular, like a big orchestra arrangement, kind of like something that was just so epic. Because this video for the song is like, it's probably gonna end up earning Utada Hikaru like a lot of video awards. She was probably gonna end up sweeping the video awards season. I could see that happening with this video. I don't. At first, it's her comeback, and plus the video actually is like top notch as well. And I guess let me just segue into the music video review of this video. In this video, like the music video, like it's like kind of has like a Star Wars theme with it a little bit if you think about it. At least when they're like riding on that like hovercraft or whatever you want to call it. And also, I like the scenery during that scene, especially because it's like, where did they film that at? You know, it's getting me like really like it's making my mind wonder, which is good when it comes to like a music video. Like, okay, like where did they film that at? You know, was it on a set? Was it on location? Um, and how are they doing that hover car scene? Like, how does that work with the like graphics and stuff? Like, you know, like how are they making the hover car float? You know, and also there's some scenes of like outer space too, and them floating in outer space, and then I think them sitting in like more or less either their home or their home away from home or like spaceship vehicle, but they're sitting in it and they're looking at the planet. I want to say Jupiter. It looks like the planet Jupiter to me. Could be the planet Mars, but I'm getting Jupiter vibes, you know. Um, and for me, I'm just like, okay, you know, Utada shut me up because I've been complaining for a while that her videos are not anything special, and that's me being polite. You know, it's nothing special. You know, me being shady, like you know, I could film better music videos for Utada than these music videos right here. But this music video, I'm like, okay, all right, Utada, all right. Like, you shut me up and you got my attention now. All right, so let's see what's up. You know, let's see what's happening. Because really, this comeback has been sort of so far up to this point pretty underwhelming. It's just like we did get a couple of music videos. You know, we got one for Matasui no Tureme. I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that. Apologies. And then the other one, Hanataba wo Kimi. And we got two for those. But yeah, even still, it's like a little, underwhelming because really Utada, like, it seemed like she wasn't really taking the comeback as seriously at this point. You know, it just seemed like she was just about to just, kind of like just put out her stuff solely based on her name versus actually putting in the work to promote it. Because like I said before, you have the best product, but if it doesn't have good promotion, then that's going to really, affect the success of the product. Because if you notice, like a lot of products that aren't so good have really good promotion and they do well. You know, you're like, well, like how is this, how is this so successful? Promotion. Like some people have issues with, say, like McDonald's, but look at McDonald's. Look how much promotion they do. Look how popular they are. They are. Global, international. Why? In part because of great promotion. And that's why I'm kind of, that's where I was getting at with my criticisms of Utada. I'm like, you needs to come back with it, Utada, because if you don't, then, it's not that people are going to just not check for you anymore, but, it's just that people might not check for you as much. But, at this point now, okay, this music video, she's finally, because she's been throwing crumbs thus far, but now she's kind of like throwing a couple of like scraps here. So I'm like, okay, this is something you can kind of sink your teeth into a little bit. It's not, it's an appetizer, perhaps. I'll give it that. It might be, an appetizer. It's getting me ready for the main course. What's she gonna do next? Like, what's coming up next, Utada? Like, really? I haven't heard of a tour coming through yet. I haven't heard. But there is promotion, though. There is promo, so there might be a tour. Maybe. I know I went on a bit of a sidebar in this, but let me go back to the music video. It has Shiina Ringo in it, and the music video is, it seems really high budget this time around. And one thing I will say that I don't appreciate in the video is that Shiina Ringo and Utada have the same hairstyle. And they look too much alike, And for me, I think that hairstyle is sort of like Utada Hikaru's signature look, at least for her comeback, I think that's a good look for her, It's, I think it works really well for her face, because she's had a similar hairstyle before, but it this time around it looks a bit, more chic, more glamorous this time around versus previously is not so much. Um, but yeah, that's one thing I would say that I didn't like about the video. Overall, I liked the video, but that was one issue I had with the video is that they were styled a bit too similarly. I'm not sure if that was on purpose. Perhaps. I mean, how could someone not? How could someone miss that? How could her people? People filming this video. How could they miss that? I don't know. That's why I'm thinking it may have been on purpose. Perhaps it was done with some sort of a purpose. I'm not sure what. Maybe it's like, you know, saying that, they're one and the same. I don't know. In the music video, though, they were hugging up on each other really closely. It seemingly seems to come off, I don't know, I'll say in some scenes it come off as like friendship, but then in other scenes when they're hugged up really close to each other, it comes off more so as like a relationship of some sort, like a romantic, sexual relationship type of relationship. Well, at the very least, romantic. They didn't do anything that was I would consider as like sexual per se in the video, but I mean, I guess hugging, depending on how you're doing it, could be seen as sexual because it is sort of making us think, like, because there are different types of hugs. Hugs you give, say, your family, versus a hug, say, you give a romantic partner. It's different type of hugs, and I'll say this type of hug was probably more so maybe a little more of a romantic sexual type of hug. So I'm not sure what Utada's trying to say with this. Is she, but I guess, hey, this is probably getting people talking about her comeback, which is good. I didn't take Utada for one to do much media manipulation. Usually, if this was probably some other pop stars, other entertainers, other celebrities, or whatever, whatever you want to call them. If this was like other famous people, I would probably be like, giving them the side eye and, criticizing them for trying to do media manipulation. But this time, since it's Utada Hikaru, and, she kind of hasn't really been into the comeback so far, I'm, giving her a pass on the media manipulation. Actually, to an extent, I almost encouraged the media manipulation of Utada Hikaru. Well, Utada Hikaru manipulating the media, not the other way around. So, it seems like Utada really wants to, take her comeback seriously at this point. I mean, we are in like pretty much the 11th hour, but better late than never. Better late than never, Utada. So, I'm definitely on the lookout. I was still on the lookout, even though I wasn't like blown away by the comeback thus far. But now I'm like, okay, what's coming up next, Utada? What you got popping off next? And she's going to be doing some promo, and she's, again, I haven't heard of a tour coming up, but you don't know for sure. I'm really interested to see how her CD is going to sell. I'm interested to see how this, is going to come, all play out when it comes to like the record sales. If she's going to, claim the top spot for like weeks on end, will she just claim the top spot once? Will she not claim the top spot at all? Who knows? I don't know, but I'm interested to find out. I'm interested to see. And that is finally what Utada has got me interested to see. Got me interested. But I'll jump back to the music video one more time. Another sidebar. Apologies, but overall for the music video, I really enjoyed the music video. It looks like it has like a really high budget. It has me thinking like, how did they do that? As well, it got you thinking, okay, are they in a relationship of some sort? Um, and also, just the epicness of the music video itself is like, oh, I'm like, whoa. Because really, I think this is probably the best music video that Utada has done in her career, probably. At the very least, top 5. Um, I'm like, well, okay, Toshiba done gave Utada Hikaru like a pretty good budget for this music video here. Like, she is coming back with this music video. Um, Overall, I would just say I like the song, but I feel like the song for this music video in particular could have been a bit more epic. I feel like a, a song that really kind of is almost like bam, versus this song, which is more, subtle, But I do like the song, though, you know. I'm interested to see what the lyrics of the song are about, you know. I do find it interesting that no physical singles were released for this album, though. It was just digital singles, no physical singles. Interesting. Um, I wonder why they chose that, because they could have racked up some money, a couple of more bucks with this physical single release. Not that digital singles don't sell too, but physical singles sell more. Well, they're priced more. I will say they're priced more. Um, but yeah, I wonder why didn't they choose that. Um, but and I'm sure Utada has her reasons. Um, but let me just bring this video to a close. So thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.